Hello and welcome back. In this video I'm going to take you through all of the tabs that DaVinci Resolve offers us. I'm gonna show you how they work, and also I'm hopefully gonna make the user interface seem less hard than it does at the beginning. So without any further introductions, let's jump right into the video. And the first tab, which is in the software, is the media tab. As you can see, it's this one right here. Its main purpose is to import footage into DaVinci. You can do it in different ways, but just remember that the main reason why we have a media tab in DaVinci is to import and arrange your footage to make your editing process much easier. Now, moving on to the next tab is the Cut tab. Now, in the Cut tab is just like the Edit tab, but it's a simpler version. So, it's used only if you want to make simple videos, and it can speed up the process a little bit, but I do not recommend using the Cut tab because it's simply not enough if you want to edit great videos. So if you want to make great videos, you will have to use the following tab, which is the Edit tab. But let's say you just have something very simple you need to edit, like a Zoom call. Then you can use the Cut tab and you can do all of the edits here. But again, I do not recommend doing that, because if you will want to edit good videos, then I recommend you do not use the Cut tab. Moving on, we've got the Edit tab, which is this one, and here is basically where all the magic happens. Here you have the tab where you import your media. Here is where all of your media will be. So all of the media you import here will appear here, and you can choose to display it by its thumbnails, by its name, and so on. Also, one thing to remember is that in all of these tabs there are additional smaller tabs. And the way you open them is simply by clicking on the icons. So if I want to open the Effects tab, I open it by clicking on its icon. If I want to open the Media tab, I open it by clicking on this icon. If I want to make this tab larger, I can go here, and if I click on this icon, it will be bigger. And when this window, when this side of the screen is bigger, then you can add two tabs at once. What do I mean by that? Well, let's try adding both the Media tab and the Effects tab. And as you can see, when I have this icon turned on, I have two tabs opened at once. But if I don't want to do that, if I want to have my timeline here, I press on this icon and then I choose between tabs. Also, we've got tabs on this side. This is the inspector tool, this is the mixer. We don't have anything to mix, so there's no tab showing up, but when you have the audio you will see it. Now, moving on to the next tab, it's the Fusion tab. Here is the more professional tab used in order to do or add different effects. So if you will need to add effects into your video, into your edit, then this is the tab you will use. The Fusion tabs works on nodes, and if you don't see this smaller tab opened, remember to click on these icons and open the tab you need to open. But I mean, that's it for the Fusion tab. I mean, the basics of the user interface. Moving on, we've got a Color tab. In the Color tab, we've got lots of things to talk about. we've got the LOTs, which are basically some kind of presets you can use on your video without needing to color grade it by yourself. But I honestly don't recommend using these presets. They're not that good, so I'm not gonna use them. I'm actually never using them, but it's up to you. Now down here you've got the panel, you've got a tab where you do all of the color grading. Here are the wheels, and the wheels are the most important tool out of these 6 smaller tools DaVinci offers you. So these wheels are quite important, so that's why I most of the time work with them, and also with the HDR wheels. Next, here you've got other tools. So you've got the curves, you got this spider web, which is for color saturation, for hue. It's for changing the color based on the color that is in your video. For example, if I've got the sky, which is blue, I can take this point and go and take it to red, and this way my sky will become red and not blue. Or if my grass is green, I can make it yellow by taking it up here. And if you want to come back, if you want to reset your settings into this tab, all you have to do is come here and press on this reset all icon. Next, you've got the qualifier, the window, the tracker, the blur, the key, the sizing. You've got here the keyframes, you've got here the scopes, and if you want to open the scopes in another tab, you right click, then go to show scopes, and then you've got the scopes, but more on that in the following videos. And here you've got the tab where all your nodes will be. If it is not opened, make sure you open it. Next up, we've got the audio tab, which is called the Fairlight, I guess. Is the Fairlight tab. I don't really use it. I'm not creating any kind of 8D audio, or I'm not producing music. So if you're not producing music, or if you don't need your audio to sound like extremely good, I mean, your audio will sound very good if you just edit it from the edit tab. But if you want your audio to sound like a Marvel movie, you will use this tab. And next, finally, you've got a delivery tab, where you simply choose the settings for exporting your video, and then you export it. And pretty much that's it with the user interface in DaVinci Resolve. I hope this video has helped you understand it much better, and in the following videos we're going to cover up each and every single tab in details. So let's jump right into it. See you in the next video, and all the best to you.